Hello and welcome. We are Altruistic Life Services, and this is our sponsored residential services webcast. In this webcast, we will explain what sponsored residential services are, who gets sponsored residential services, and what daily life is like as a sponsored residential provider. So let's get started into what sponsored residential services are. So what is sponsored residential? Sponsored residential services are similar to providing services in a group home, except the supports are provided in a person or family's home. That's the sponsor. The sponsor is evaluated, trained, supported, and supervised by a provider agency, that's Altruistic Life Services, and you are following the rules provided by the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services, also known as DBHDS. Basically, you're providing your home as a place to live for an individual who is in need. So who receives sponsored residential services? Sponsored residential services are for individuals who qualify for intellectual disability or developmental disability waivers. These individuals are able to choose a place to live within the broader community. This is where you come into the situation as a sponsor. What am I responsible for as a sponsor? Well, as a sponsor, you are responsible for providing all of the care for the individual living in your home. With the support and guidance of Altruistic Life Services, the sponsor must have a written plan focusing on the individual's needs and wants. Some of these plan items can include their daily activities, their meal prep and health choices, medication management, behavioral and emotional support, for example. Each individual's plan is person-centered so that it aligns with their personal needs. What support and training will I get as a sponsor? As a sponsor, you will get training from both DBHDS and Altruistic Life Services. We want to make sure you are prepared to do your job as a sponsor and properly take care of the individual living in your home. Some of the training courses you will take are Adult CPR and First Aid, Medication Management, Therapeutic Options, Direct Service Provider Orientation, Human Rights, Home and Community-Based Services, Documentation Training, among others. So how do I get qualified to be a sponsor? All sponsor homes must meet certain rules. The physical environment, design, structure, furnishing, and lighting of the home must be safe and appropriate for you and the individual. To be deemed qualified, you must also have a minimum of 1 year experience working with the mental health ID and DD population, at least a high school diploma or GED, pass required background checks, have a valid driver's license. You must also have the appropriate home settings such as secure storage for medication, clean floor surfaces and coverings, adequate temperature and ventilation between temperatures 65 and 80 degrees, clean hot and cold water, appropriate lighting, and appropriate garbage and recycling, for instance. You must also submit an application with Altruistic Life Services, have your home inspected to meet the above guidelines and any other guidelines set by the state. And then you will complete all the training, which can take about 3 to 4 months if completed promptly. How do I get paid and how often? Payment for services is made to you monthly. Your documentation is proof services were provided, so it is essential your progress notes are completed daily. We issue payments on the third Monday of the month, which covers the previous month. How long will it be before I get started? Typically, it takes about 3 months to get started, but that depends on the state of your residence, the completion of your training, personnel records, and if there is an individual available to be placed with you. Also, it is important to note that the individual has a choice where they live, and the match between the sponsor and the individual is important. Getting the right match can take some time. How long does it take for an individual to move in? Finding a match will vary. We depend on referrals from the community service boards. When we receive a referral, we look through the information and decide which sponsors would be a good match. We give you the opportunity to review the individual's history and then schedule a tour of your home. All parties must be in agreement for the individual to move into your home. If the individual chooses your home but you aren't comfortable, we will not move forward with the placement. Altruistic Life Services will not force a sponsor to take an individual into their home. So now let's get into the daily life as a sponsor. What can I do with the individual daily? The activities you can do with the individual are determined by their abilities, wants, and needs. You in ALS will review the individual support plan to come up with the individual's daily schedule. Finding activities that the individual enjoys doing, is safe within their abilities, and doesn't go against any cultural beliefs is important. Introducing them to new activities that you like is also encouraged. It is also fine for you to try activities they enjoy. Some individuals may work with coaches, go to work, participate in therapies, and need to practice those skills in their free time. Overall, live a life the way you normally would, and include the individual as much as possible. What do I do as a sponsor? As a sponsor, your daily responsibilities are to support the individual in their daily living routines, such as meal prep, medication management, social skill building, and housekeeping. These are just some basics. Daily routines can be reviewed in more depth once the individual is living with you, as we look to provide a person-centered experience. Will inspections happen and specialists visit? As a sponsor who is licensed through Altruistic Life Services, you will have periodic unannounced and announced visits. Altruistic Life Services will do monthly visits coordinated with your schedule to ensure compliance with company regulations. DBHDS visits are at random to ensure compliance with state regulations by licensing specialists. Any visits are to help the sponsor provide proper care for individuals within their home. How do I handle the individual's personal matters? You will be responsible for taking care of all the individual's needs, such as medical appointments, therapy sessions, transportation, and community outings. ALS will support and provide guidance with any medical, psychological, and/or behavioral needs. We will coordinate with all parties, such as support coordinators, specialists, guardians if available, to produce a plan to execute. So now we get to wrap up sponsored residential services. So to summarize, becoming a sponsor is an opportunity for you to help an individual in need by providing care in your home and giving them an opportunity to take part in the community. Also, part of being a sponsor is getting training and guidance from Altruistic Life Services and DBHDS. This ensures you are ready for your role as a sponsor. We thank you so much for being here with us today. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor or just getting more information, please connect with us. You can call us at 804-608-9759. You can email us at info@altruisticlifeservices.org, or you can connect with us on Facebook at facebook.com/altruisticlifeservices. We look forward to hearing from you, and again, thank you for being with us today. Have a good day.